Coming to you live from the willitforge studios in a blacked out apartment hidden somewhere in Michigan. I am willitforge, and this is the Watching Paint Dry show. I do want to apologize for being late, and we are still getting the shill out there. We've had some technical difficulties in the studio today, and of course, it always picks perfect timing to do that. So we are just finishing up real quickly, getting the stream started, getting the regular notices out there. And of course, if the art stream here is not as much your thing, we do have Moonshocks streaming 7 Days to Die right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nighthaven, NYT. Let's say, is it NYTE or let me double check that for you. NYTEHAVEN. And then apparently Scribe Light on YouTube is doing a Familiar with the Matter right now, where he is interviewing somebody, I have forgotten who, but if art and games aren't your thing, he has got a show that is sure to be interesting as well. What can I say? I'm all about all of our streamers, content creators succeeding, at least on the basis of they're putting out content and it should be, people should at least check it out to see if it's to their liking, because we all know that the platforms really are not that good at promoting us. YouTube sucks at YouTube. Twitch, I hear, is okay. DLive, well, DLive's DLive. You get the idea. If there's somebody you know you like that makes content, give them a shout out. Thank you, Sunburst, Nighthaven. Actually, Sunburst, let's do this. You're on YouTube, okay? Let's do that. And you can go ahead and drop a link to Moonshock's channel in the stream, in the chat there. He does currently stream twice a day. 7 Days to Die. He might do some other things later too. And at least until he is restricted by day jobbing, he is trying to do 2 streams a day. Restricted by day jobbing, restricted by prior commitments. And hello, Swirl Blue. Swirl is an ever present friend and promoter of the channel and does her own streams and videos. Those are also worth checking out. And Swirl, you can go ahead and drop a link to your channel in there if you'd like to, both Twitch and the YouTube. And we will get a playlist lined up for us continuing the art. And picking back up on these tiles here. Don't know how. Well, that... in this case, that would just be copying and pasting from the address bar as far as the Twitch address for his channel should be something like this.
Oh, but I think,
of course, Twitch being Twitch. There we go. if game streams are more your thing, I do not hold any grudges to people who prefer that action over this. You're my enemies forever, but no, I don't hold any. Seriously, Moonshock is a friend, and he's coming off a little bit of a challenging time. And we totally love new content creators, and he is addicted to streaming. Don't let him tell you otherwise. Okay. Digging for the bag of colors I've got that I've used so far on these tiles. So I just need to set up some music and we can get going. And I think we're going to start somewhere in the middle of our music files today. And then we can go up and down from there if we need them. I do not know if I get credit for chat in Twitch when I use that. I don't actually look at all the Twitch metrics all the time. I know the restream gives me reports on the chat traffic, but I have not actually looked at Twitch. Shame on you for not checking. Yeah, I'm just trying to push out content I'm not checking on. I'm not checking on all the details. I will have to check that and get back with you. How's that? Spend a day in my metrics and see what it tells me. I'm doing this and the cats are trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Like, no, he's sitting in that other position. We don't have lap time right now. All right, we'll start on it there, and then we will get to pulling out paints and painting. You're on your own for D-Live. Yeah. The D-Live chat copy's here too. And I can kind of keep an eye on what's going on over there in the midst of everything else. I have practiced a few things, you know.
Collective cheer, one craze cheer back there. We all agree Disney's great. We all love Disney, but I have a beef with Disney. You see, I think Disney's responsible for all the anxiety in the children of my generation. I will explain. Saturday morning, you're at home watching cartoons with your favorite bowl of cereal. Kid-tested, mother-approved. Yes. How many other cereals can say that, sir? None. It's trademarked. So you're watching the cartoons and a commercial comes on and you hear that Disney voice. It's talking right to you. It says, hey kid, your favorite Disney movie is finally available on VHS. It's gonna be a glorious day. Until the voice continues. Buy it in the next 8 seconds or we're locking it in the Disney vault forever. Listen, that is way too much pressure to put on someone that's only 19. So we decided to get back at Disney the only way we know how. We took a handful of Disney hits, the songs you know and love. We put them into a medley, but before you clap, we ruined these songs by changing the lyrics. Please enjoy. Disney movies set the bar with stories that are bizarre, expensive toys that kids desire will bankrupt you. I have catfished a girl by lying, scheming, pretending, but don't tell princess that I'm a street rat. That truth we can't hide. I just met a great guy, but will my father approve of him? He's arranged my marriage to Jafar, which makes me want to cry. It's an unfair world. With some secrets from your heart. It's the God of suffering. Just take me very far away from Agrabah. Even though I barely know you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. And my tiger too. But he'll eat Abu. Then he'll eat my face. In Aladdin Part 2.
Out in France lived a prince who was super arrogant. An enchantress put a spell on him, his face would make you wince. Found a girl, name was Belle, only chance to break the spell. Locked in his castle forever. Stockholm Syndrome, now or never. Talking clock, talking candle, might shout too much to handle. And the service here is getting quite insane. They'll fill you up with free pie, but then charge for Wi-Fi. Bells depressed and in distress as his guest, forever his guest.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Too bad that all of it's wet and moldy. Wouldn't you think she's the girl who ruins everything? But who cares? No big deal. She wants more. She's trying to be where the people are, but her dad really hates those humans. It'd also be hard without those. What's that word again? Oh, feet. But Ursula made a deal for her voice, which would cause any man to rejoice. How do they sing under the sea without gurgling?
scare the crap out of every kid into listening to their mom and dad. The great circle of life. Until you're all behind us, who were hired by your uncle. We're off to take your throne, but have no fear. This has a happy ending. 'Cause it's Disney and not real life.
Hey, you spittle buggies, that's totally fine to have this in the background. I enjoy the engagement and the audience and the fun I can have streaming. Any part of it that all of y'all enjoy from watching, listening, whatever, I am pretty cool with that. A couple more colors lined up because we are going to finish putting one more coat on this tile, then we'll go to the next, and then hopefully when we get back around we'll put some more details on some of these. I am laying a little bit thicker and more on. We're going to get some additional texture. It's also going to destroy the telltale brush texturing of the first layer by adding more depth and dare I say, the word of the day calendar from last week, character. Well, we're adding more.
We
Hey Hollins family, thank you so much for watching this one. If you enjoyed it, Baba Yetu is even better, and it is...
And I've got Baba Yetu, but not in this playlist. I got this one that I've not played before on stream.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my fate. Though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. And I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part. For a hero's strength is measured by his like a shooting star. I will go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its harms. I don't care how far. I will go the distance till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your
One thing I also get with layering the colors on like this is I can work in just a little more variation into the like coastlines and everything. So it's not just the water or land textures that benefits, even the shape of them, where you can run into that more of that fractal feel that you get with natural land. Maybe we'll even get some fjords. Fjord. I don't know if I'm going to pull the detail brush in that far. Actually, most of the painting I have done on these tiles has been It's either this brush or this brush. And I have got some brushes for mad fine detail, as you've seen in other paintings of mine. So we'll see what we get. In the meantime, this show is brought to you by me, my coffee, and my wine. And that is not expensive on any level. I do thank you for the compliments, Spittlebuggies, as I tell my friends, and they give me lots of grief over this. I know you're out there. I know you're listening. I know I'm going to get grief for this. I got my moments. That sentence right there probably earned me an outrage mob, and I probably deserve it. What can I say?
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Tell her to make me a cambric shirt. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Without no stains on meat or word, then she'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to find me an acre of land. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Between salt water and the sea sand, then she'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to reap it with a sickle of leather. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And gather it all in a bunch of heather. Then she'll be a true love of mine. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Hey, Spittlebuggies. Yeah, this is these are acrylic paints on the table today for this project this season. I have done stuff with watercolors. I have done stuff with acrylics. I've done stuff with markers and a touch of paint pen. I'm kind of pushing this line of willing to try almost anything once and kind of see where it goes. And yes, crazy me, I'm trying stuff even live on stream. My last big season separate was watercolor on wood. These we just have white ceramic porcelain tiles. I did do on this set a base coat in black spray paint to help it stick to the tile a little better, because it rubs off really well until it's sealed in there because it's ceramic glaze. And so I've got this. Don't think I finished up that blue. So these have got the acrylic paint, and then I clear coat it with usually the Rust-Oleum clear gloss clear coat to try and give it maximum protection, kind of thing. I actually managed to get just a little bit of paint on myself, which happens when I do this sometimes. Just have to remember where I've got everything for helping clean up some of the spills and content and stuff. And I'm open to suggestions for material too. I've got other tile stuff. Oh, they are water-based acrylics. Sorry. So yeah, they're not specifically designed for ceramic tile work or anything, but I do a pretty decent job of making them work. They're not going to be fired in or anything. They're going to be sealed on.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Away, I'm bound away, 'cross the wide Missouri. Shenandoah, I love you, daughter. Away, you rolling river. For her I've crossed the rolling water. Away, I'm bound away, across the wide Missouri. Farewell, my dear, I'm bound to leave you. Away, you rolling river.
Oh, Shenandoah, all night to deceive you. Away, I'm bound away,
Cross the wide Missouri.
Sounds family, right now we are #1 on 2 different Billboard charts.
Thank you for letting me know, Spittlebuggy. Some of that's probably my general proximity to the microphone, which I'm usually a little closer to when I'm streaming. I have turned up the audio feed on my microphone a little bit. Please let me know if that helps out. Okay, so now for this part of it. I had to deal with picking in a few extra colors as we go into this one, so.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. That you dare to, why can't I? Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dare to, why can't I?
Trying to catch in a little bit of detail and general at the same time. Those situations where I'm glad to have my magnifier, because there is no combination of shoving this into my nose and or length of arms that would accommodate getting into some of the detail. And I look at myself and go, Will, you look like an idiot. That's not the brush for detail work. That's right. I'll come back for some of the detail work.
The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The dark hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. Don't you love so far me, Rachel?
A deer, a female deer, red, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So I need a pulling thread, long, a note to follow. So tea, I drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to dough. A deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. I need a pulling thread.
A note to follow, so tea, drink with jam and bread.
That will bring us back to dough.
High on the hill was a lonely goat herd. Loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd.
Folks in the town now it's cries remote her.
Lusty and clear from the goat herd's throat.
Oh, ho, lady, oh, lady, oh, ho, lady, oh, lady, oh, ho, lady, oh, lady, oh, lady, oh, lady, oh, lady.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes.
Silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things.
When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
a beauty queen, a movie scene. Simple love to me, I am the one. One that is so falling around. Only her name was Billie Jean. She calls the scene. Then every entrance, I will dream of being the one. One that is so falling around. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around making your nose hard. Mama always told me, be careful in love. Be careful what you do. When life becomes true. Hey, Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She said I am the one. The kid is my son. She'll drive you right out of your mind. She'll steal your heart with no time. Beware, she's scheming. She'll make you think you're dreaming. You'll fall in love and you'll be screaming, demon. One that's all over around. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. Don't think twice, think twice. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me if I can't get it out of my head. This circus of love won't be that girl's voice. Billie Jean, not my lover. So Billie Jean, not my lover. So Billie Jean, not my lover. She is poison. Hey, Cynic. We are looking at different tiles than the thumbnails, which might account for it. The thumbnails, some of them had this metallic blue, and some of them had this metallic blue, which is called Peacock Pearl, and it's closer to a metallic turquoise. So that might be the cause for your confusion, a little bit of bait and switch. I'm done painting on those, other than the clear coating, which I've been doing for some time. I'm having a little issue with, oh, it's got spots where it doesn't actually want to stick. It pulls away, and we ain't having none of that. We're going to get it protected. So, working on those. The green so far is all this metallic green that I got off of Amazon. The blue is all the metallic blue that was from the same package. And actually this white that I'm using for the snow caps is a metallic white from the same package too. Nothing if not consistent, at least somewhat, kind of, maybe, a little bit. Somebody help me out here. No, I bought the paint specifically for using on the streams and everything, and then other paints I've had from other crafts, and I've taken and purposed them for the streams too. Some of my watercolors I actually bought specifically just for streaming, so it's a mix. Well, we're all a little Dane Bramage sometimes, spittle buggies, so don't feel too bad about it. I was confessing to a friend last night, is like, I have this terrible time with names and faces. Never forget a name, never forget a face, everything like that. Keeping the two of them connected, though, I ain't doing too well. And if it's even if it's a celebrity, you take the face of them and say, oh, hey, I know that celebrity that is so-and-so. They were in this movie. I could probably, count the number of celebrities I can do that with without running out of fingers and toes. But I get this trivial memory that brings in all kinds of other craziness. The black background, yes, that is going to get some change. One, we're going to flesh out the detail of the planet, the moon, the piece that's acting as the sun. Also, it's not going to end up, the nightscape is going to stay primarily this matte black, but it is going to get a star field as well. So it's not going to be dead black with nothing on it. Let me pull up the picture from before. You see the one down in the lower left corner that's got a star field on it. It's going to be broken up. So it's got a ways to go yet for completion. I'm not even trying for perfection.
We're going to leave you tonight with one of our favorite songs, a song that has been popular throughout the decades by Mr. Falstaff. 1, 2. I'll be your bridge over troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all, 'cause I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you, and I'll take your heart. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. I'll be your bridge over troubled water. When you're down, okay, I'll carry you over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver current, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Well, I'm gently riding high, like a
And this set of tiles will probably not get inflicted with our Jack Gunsky constellation, although it's like the easiest constellation in the world to draw. We will have mercy on the inhabitants of this planet. Starting to get some of the area up north relative on this planet where there's not a lot of green growing. Of course, we'll add more detail to the brown. It's not just going to be straight brown. There will be additions, but you got to start somewhere. My friend. And I'm going to run down the list and hope I get halfway there. It says, Alan, Lynn. I know you accept Alan. I fall in, say, I've run into names that are not English nature, English origin in my line of work sometimes in customer service, and you get the information, you look at it, and you say, yeah, this is for, yes. You get the, I am culturally inadequate and recognize I am just going to mess it up. And you know what? As long as you're of good humor at it and willing to laugh at me and not get mad at me, I'm cool about it. This one time I was on the phone and tried to pronounce a name, and I was dealing with a representative, and I didn't know that he had the customers in the room on speakerphone, and everybody just busted out laughing. I'm like, okay, I got that wrong. I guess it isn't quite pronounced that way. Courtney Kardashian West. I'll never remember that. Heck, I have a hard time remembering Northwest, so I take that back. Northwest is an easy name. Recognizing Northwest, little bit of an issue, but it's an easy name to say. I can't believe for all the Kourtney Kardashians. Oh, I have got the. There may not be many of you. I have got the best audience in the world. The best audience, hands down.
You know I like a chicken fried.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Well, I was raised underneath the shade of a Georgia pine. That's home, you know, sweet tea, pecan pie, homemade wine, where the peaches grow. My house is not much to talk about, but it's filled with love and home in southern ground.
And a little bit of chicken fried,
A cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio on. I see the sunrise, see the love in a woman's eyes, I feel the touch of a precious child, no mother's love. Well, it's funny how the little things in life that mean the most not where you live, what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a piece of mind, this I've come to know. So if if you agree, have a drink with me. Raise your glasses for a toast to a little bit of chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio up. I see the sunrise. I see the love in a woman's eyes. I feel the touch of a precious child. No mother's love. Thank God for my life. And for the stars and stripes. May freedom forever lie. Let it ring. Salute the ones who died. And those who gave their lives. So we don't have to sacrifice all the things we love. Like our children. A cold beer on a Friday night. A play things that fit just right. And the radio up. No like chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio up.
Growing up, I was a huge Motown fan. I bet that's a shocker to most of you. But, some of my favorites growing up were Stevie Wonder, love Stevie Wonder, James Brown, love me some James Brown, Jackie Wilson, Michael Jackson. But this man right here has to be one of my favorite R&B singers of all time, Mr. Marvin Gaye.
Oh, wow. I just got the alert over on DLive that my channel is currently being featured on the DLive homepage. That is wonderful news. Hello, Mr. Scott. Happy to see you there over on YouTube. And the reminder, I am not currently married to any platform. I play the field, and I'm currently showing up on DLive, Twitch, and YouTube, all under the name willitforge. You can pick your poison. Depending on the poison, I may even have it. Thank you, Spittlebuggies. It's really cool when you get that. I don't have like a huge following, but you get that separate interest, in this case the artwork this time, and I'm just kind of wowed by that. Hey there, Johnny Hellcat, and happy birthday. I know, day late, dollar short now, probably. But as I was saying on the corner and they're talking about it, I'm like, it's not my birthday. Why would anybody think that? And this one, of course, we got the planet and we got the edge of our moon. Things are definitely not to scale because where we're going to have the sun and the moon would probably destroy a planet in real life, but make believe, right? Artistic license. This is not a physics show.
Sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day's been a stream of cigarettes and magazines. But each sound looks the same to me, the movies and the factories. Every stranger's face I see reminds me I long to be homeward bound. Wish I was homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, I'll play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness and harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound. Wish I was homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting for me. Home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Silently for me.
Thought it was the Silver Surfer. I didn't think about that, that's for sure. Spittle Buggies, that question about licensing, is that to me or is that to somebody else? Kind of got lost here a moment. And then, of course, the question of licensing of what? Now, this is probably the last time I'm going to coat the area that is space until closer to the end. I'm just trying to reinforce the black with several layers, but it's going to be a situation where it will get more when I need to fine up the edge or cover over an oops instead of needing a lot of extra. Oh, the songs I'm playing, there's two parts to that. And neither of it is through the government. For right now, most of the music I play is one of two artists or groups. With one exception, I've got a couple items that are actually in the public domain, and so they are copy free, which is cool. That does include the Beatles singing Love Me Do. That ran into a little thing where copyright law got changed, but after the copyright expired, and it fell into the public domain. Other things, I have typically Straight No Chaser from live performances of theirs, where they openly advocate and authorize and even request to people record and share it. It is different a little bit than their studio recording content, which will get you claimed by Atlantic Records. But considering they do the record and share right from the stage, record, feel free to record, share this out, everything like that, YouTube, whatnot. I feel reasonably comfortable taking and playing that content on my stream. The other parts are mostly from an artist named Peter Hollins. And Peter Hollins, I have directly licensed content from him. He's probably the most generous licensing agreement I will ever get in my life. He basically, as long as I have the description linking either the material or his channel, which I do, and all the video descriptions are supposed to have it. I know that YouTube does. I don't know that Twitch and DLive are always up to the task on that, and shame on them. But as long as I put that in the description, I can use anything that he posts to, any of his content that he posts to his YouTube. And I put the link to that and the link to his website where you can order his CDs. And let me tell you, money gets a little less tight around here. And I'll be buying all of his CDs because I love his singing. But that's it. I don't have government licenses. I haven't gone out to any big recording studios and contracted, but I do have a combination of express permission to share on YouTube and an actual licensing agreement, which is where most of the music comes from. Anything else I play tends to get claimed. And welcome aboard Made in USA Review. Happy to see another individual always. We're having fun with conversation and with some painting and with some music. And we'll keep that going in just a moment. But working on these are white porcelain ceramic tiles, and we're just doing acrylic painting on them. Next round in this season is actually other pieces of flooring. They're not ceramic and everything. Well, YouTube's got to be you know, it's easy to give YouTube grief about being sticklers on copyright, but they have to be. It's the whole DMCA, and the only way that they get away with being able to host the content that they host the content that they host, is if they stick to it. Now, it gets abused because people claim stuff that isn't theirs. And that's probably the big part, is the where you get the spurious claims and complaints and everything, and the takedowns and strikes and everything, and it's coming from people who don't have the right to do it. And I mean, there's extreme cases out there where the original artist gets copy struck by somebody who stole their work even. But they have to have a system in place to allow for the claiming and taking down of such works for DMCA compliance. And they're in a bad, say, it's one of the places where I don't have, other than the lack of controls on spurious claims, I don't have too much of a issue with YouTube, because they're kind of caught in a forked stick too, because you know, they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. Yeah, imagine getting your own work copyright strikes. Now, I mentioned I got licensing from Peter Howells. He does this performance of Be Prepared from The Lion King. And part of the folks that he did that with are actually part of the original recording cast from the Lion King movie. Now, if I've got the license to play Peter Howland's performances, but if I play that one, I get copyright strike. Well, not a strike. They claim the content. It's less than a strike, because it can restrict where it plays and any money coming into the channel, which I got none. This is not making me a penny right now as far as YouTube. So, but if there was any advertising revenue, it goes to the person making the claim. Disney has claimed that, including where I've been audibly singing enough to, alter the analytics of the music. And they don't claim it based on the similarity to the US video release. They have actually claimed it based on the similarity to the Japanese movie release, sung in Japanese. So Peter Howells and I singing in English is close enough to the Japanese original cast to get claimed. It's a fun and interesting thing. I get plenty of claims on these streams. Not a huge headache. I have I'll contest any spurious claims. If I'm claimed and looked at and say that's arguably legitimate, I'll mute it after the fact. And I got one where one of the groups that represents Mr. Hollands now and protects his interests does not fully recognize the nature of my agreement with him, which is fine. They're managing his work. I don't have a huge deal if they're claiming that, but I've been copy struck by Latin American recording companies, actually in Latin America, for stuff that was recorded at live performances in Maryland. It doesn't make sense. But you gotta have something out there to protect the artist's rights and interests, but at the same time, there's got to be controls to protect against abuse. And some of the controls in place are good, some of the controls in place are not, because you have the whole claim counterclaim If it's a strike, it's claim, counterclaim, and then they have to prove that they're suing you over the copyright, which most of them drop. 99% of my copy claim disputes, you dispute, they've got 30 days to respond, and they just let it time out. They said, oh, hey, it's a match, we're claiming it, we're not checking it. Oh, there's a response, we're ignoring it, we're just not pushing the claim. And that annoys me. But I'm going to keep playing the music, I'm going to keep singing, I'm going to keep being here for the audience. Actually, I'll be here even without the audience, but it does make it easier to do with the audience. So what we're going to start doing is taking to some of these where we've got like the green, you got your forest, your farms. Well, farms a little more pattern than that, but your grasslands and everything. And we're going to start adding some that we hope is going to become some more mountainous, maybe a little bit of desert, places that are a little less green. Because you can't ignore the rugged territory too.
My name is Randy, and I'm from Chicago, where you're either a Cubs fan or a Sox fan. And out near New York, you might be either a Yankees fan or this season a Yankees fan. But in the 60s, during the British invasion, there were two bands that stood out above all the rest, except that we couldn't just pick one of them.
against fashion, 'cause I try, and I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no, I can't get no, I can't get no satisfaction. Your beast of burden, my life was wrong, but it's a hurting, and all I want is for you to make love to me. All you need is love, love. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mama Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
And there's not music coming back to my ears. That tells me that this playlist is done. Just giving a little bit of flavor and texture to the area up here. Bane of my vocabulary, saying we're giving it character. We're going to darken that up a bit, but gotta get some of the light color down too. I can kind of dry brush over that a little bit. Or damp brush. Really good at damp brushing stuff. I'm going to do a little bit more, and then I'm going to have to refresh my water because it's starting to look like a cola instead of a brush rinse. But I'll take a pause real quickly here and set up another playlist, which lets me do a nice lean back and recover, because the studio workspace is leaning forward for me. And crippled hip sometimes doesn't like that, especially on cold days. Let's see, we'll throw that in there. I love picking the fun ones, even I know they're going to get claimed. I have to come back later, but it's not like I'm not using stuff without permission. It's just get the rights managers going on. I'll catch you later, Spittle Buggies. Nice seeing you there. I'm sure I'll catch you over in some of Moonshack streams and the like. Oh yeah, where is that? Because they're gonna throw in something that I know is gonna get claimed, and it's gonna get claimed by Sony, but it is still so much, so nice, so great, so fun. Right there. And we'll start it up right with this. Now, when this playlist is done, I'll have to refresh my water, take a short break, and then we will continue on our way. So, music live in 3, 2, 1. Live TV. And we're going over some of our deep water that's also bright and shiny with a cobalt hue. And I'm doing it not quite dry brush, but just going for very, very light amount of paint in the brush. And I don't know how much is showing on the on the camera, but as it's making right through here just a little less bright and reflective, a little deeper, as you might expect, at least to my mind, seeing deep water from an altitude. If the deep water isn't like those, like, oh hey, it's so clear you can see the bottom 50 feet down in perfect detail. Well, a lot of the ocean is a lot deeper than that. The light can only penetrate so far. We're trying not to just completely overcoat the color that's there. We're trying to mute it a little bit and deepen it. Data. I say jumping Jewish lasers from this Death Star of David, willitforge. Is this a flat Earth channel now? No, this is not Earth and it's not flat. You might call it Earth light though. It's Earth inspired maybe, but it's definitely not Earth, no matter the similarities. And it's not flat. Among other things, if you get in close, you can see different aspects of altitude, or at least differences in ground level. And then, of course, also being a disc. Tiles are flat, yes. Oh, you. I'm not setting up a ball to paint it. I'm not even sure how we would paint a ball. Oh, great. Now I've got this idea to paint a... Data? Why do I let you on my channel? What is it? Yeah, paint a ball. I'll have to think about that. The picture, say, like a photograph, the picture being flat doesn't mean that what it depicts is flat. How's that? I'm not even that great or that picky of an artist. Hold on, I say picky. I'm terribly picky as an artist. And you're gonna... Yeah, the idea, man. I'm gonna get a Jack Gunsky style hardest stroke from Data Wasteland in chat. This is a new set, Random. We started this set last week. I think last week. Saying I don't know how much, because you can see kind of like prepping the brush and everything. I'm definitely picking up some paint and some color, although I'm trying not to do and leave just like globs of paint. But I'm not sure how visible the parts that I'm doing right now are on the camera as far as a change to the color and lighting showing through. So and then I got people like Data trying to convince me that I should be actually painting a sphere. Which I'm not sure how I would paint a sphere, but I must confess a couple of ideas coming to mind. Though not being certain what kind of sphere would be suitable for painting such. I'm not going to try and set a baseball here and paint it. A golf ball isn't smooth. I caught part of that Time magazine article data, and I'm going to have to read the whole thing, but I'm going to have to do it when I get some time to be outraged. Maybe 2 or 3 shots of whiskey lined up to bring me down kind of thing. That's a joke. I don't actually use alcohol for regulating mood. Otherwise, with my line of work, I'd be a total lush. They have those styrofoam balls at hobby stores. Styrofoam paint's ugly. At least any paint I've used so far. And actually, that tray that I was doing, showing on the screen, does not work for that the best possible, because it's styrofoam, which means the way the paint does and does not stick doesn't give the same effect as doing it like on a palette or even on a piece of paper. Sargon gives it an interesting perspective. Now, that I will have to check into. Carl being Carl and everything. Oh, I do know they've got some paper mache shapes at like Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and then there's up to a certain size, there's usually wooden spheres available. So maybe I'm gonna have to do some hobby store shopping online, of course, because I'm an idiot. Well, actually, this weekend in Michigan, not the best time to get out on the roads and go and try and enjoy yourself that way. So maybe not such an idiot. But I might have to look into that. One thing that I do know is I've got a couple of things that might work for holding it relatively steady as far as suspended and being able to rotate on one axis. I think we're hitting sub-zero some of the time. If not, we're getting pretty close. It's definitely sub-zero on the Celsius scale, but you know me, I use freedom units. I'm pushing at least digital. Yeah, I can talk, I promise. We've been pushing some double digits. Still warm from today, so it's 17 degrees, low of 7. Still under winter weather advisory that was supposed to expire like a day and a half ago. Now they're saying 8 a.m. tomorrow. And I know it's snowing here because I'm in the lake effect belt. Kind of. One of them. Oh, that was not good. Note to self, do not touch wet paint with fingers. Anyway, temperatures get like this. You don't even have to have the normal likelihood of precipitation. Moisture evaporates right off the lake and comes down. I've seen it come down as much as 50 miles inland from the lake effect. So, what's it look like outside? Yeah, there's a few inches down there. Thinking of moving to Texas. Texas, Arizona. The problem is those are starting to turn liberal too. But I tell you, the deserts of Arizona are where my allergies would be the happiest. And then I'd have to move my studio. I'd have to do all kinds of fun and unfun stuff for that. So we'll see.
We're back. Okay, now Trenton may be the capital, but more people are familiar, possibly, with Asbury Park, this next gentleman. Well, now everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, put your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. And meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Born down in a dead man town. The first kick I took was when I hit the ground. It ended up like a dog that's been beat too much to expect half of your life just covering up. Get up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing to say. Come in the morning, go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing tired, I'm just tired of myself. Yeah, baby, I can use just a little. Can't start a fire, can't start a fire without it. This guns for hire, even if you're just dancing in the dark, dark, dark. 2, 3, 4. I had a friend that was a big baseball player back in high school. He could drum and sleep all night, make you look like a fool, boy. Some in the night, from San Marcos, he was walking out. He went back inside, sat down, had a few drinks, and all he kept talking about glory days. Glory days. Glory days. Well, now everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, put your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. And meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Just meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
We are one and only Straight No Chaser.
Feels right, name from my heart. You feel like
I threw a wish in a well. Promise me I'll never tell. I turned to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. Trade my soul for a wish, pennies and time for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was showing, big jeans, skin showing. Hot night, wind is blowing. Where do you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you. So call me baby, and all the other girls. Here's my number, so call me maybe. Yeah, not exactly, but dude, that was awesome! Put your hands in it, come on! Here we go, here we go. Can you sing it? Just y'all, just y'all. Keep it going, keep it going. Switch it up. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Jesus in the house.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. What a Gangnam Style. Sexy lady. Oh, 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 oh. What a Gangnam Style. Sexy lady. Oh, 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 oh. What a Gangnam Style. I'm sexy and I know it.
That's what I'm talking about. This is our third time coming back here for a sit down, huh? Pretty sweet. Yeah, they had to have us back because we still didn't take our stuff out of our rooms from the last time. Had to come back and get it. A lot of stuff was missing. See a lot of chasers in the house tonight for opening. Yeah. All right, folks, we got a brand new show for you tonight. We got some new songs, we got some classics, we got something for everybody. This next song is going to be sung to you by Mike Luganville. Please enjoy.
When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like the old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. Oh, how old is your soul? Well, I won't give up giving it the sky. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking
differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we didn't temper us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to make without a word. I came in, I had to learn what I got and what I'm not and who I am.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to the water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning. Now she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. A country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
Actually predates Fallout 76, although they did do that rendition of it because of Fallout 76. What can you say? Now, trying to think my way through this for a moment, so going to get a song or two going, and I do need to get fresh water for rinsing brushes and everything, and try and see where I'm going to go from this, assuming that there's enough paint dry to actually do it.
Fox went out on a chilly night, prayed for the moon to give a light, toiled many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. No, town, no, town, no, many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. No, he ran till he came to the farmer's pen. The ducks and the geese were kept therein. He said, a couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. No, town, no, town, no. A couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, he grabbed the gray goose by the neck. He threw a duck across his back, and he didn't mind the quack, quack, all the legs all dangling down. Oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, quack, all the legs all dangling down. Oh, well, the old gray woman jumped out of bed. Out of the window she popped her head, cried, John, John, the gray goose is gone. The fox is on the town. No, town, no, town, no. John, John, the gray goose is gone, and the fox is on the town. No, he ran till he came to his nice warm den, and there were the little ones, 8, 9, 10, saying, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. It must be a mighty fine town. No, town, no, town, no. Daddy, Daddy, go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town. No, the fox and his wife, without any strife, they cut up the goose with a fork and a knife, and they never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on their bones. Oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on their bones. Yum.
Of all the money that I've had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all.
Of all the comrades that dare I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay.
But since it fell unto my lot that I should rise and you should not,
I gently rise and softly call,
good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls, and gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and gather as the evening falls, and gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Good night and joy be to you all.
This video was awesome. I can't believe we got to do this with Hound and Fox. If you want to see more of them,
Sorry to interrupt you, there's horses in this video. The horses are running in the background.
They are. And guys, grab the CD.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell and echo in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was for me. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds.
Okay, we're gonna try and push just a little bit longer. And then we're gonna have to, one, give the paint actual time to dry, and two, give Cripple Hip some time to recover. So we're probably gonna be ending the stream a little early this week, and that's what we get for winter, for Michigan winter storms.
The water is wide, I can't cross over, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row. My love and I, there is a ship sweet. Oh, love is handsome and love is kind. The sweetest flower when first it's new. But love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like morning dew. Can't cross this water, my true love and I. Wings to fly. The water is wide, I can't cross over, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall roll. My love and I, and both shall roll. My love and I.
Well, there's wind out there, there is cold, there is a Michigan favorite called wind chill, which in this case means that it probably actually feels more like 2 degrees than 12 or 18. And of course, the cripple hip doesn't like air pressure changes or cold or. Well, you drop an erector set in your hip embedded into the bone and see how quickly it chills your joints. I might actually end up sleeping out in the easy chair with the cats because it's warmer here than it is in my bedroom in the southwest corner. No, these are not gonna. These are getting just a basic water-based acrylics, and they are not going to get fired after this. They were fired before. These are just standard 4 1/4 white porcelain tiles. They've just gotten a little extra treatment on the face of them, which I do actually regret not going over them with the laser once or twice to cut into the glaze a little bit and give the paint a better purchase. Sorry, I had to check on a text message and throw out the little contradictory response. See if I get a. Yeah, gotta laugh. That's good. 5 billion adjusted for inflation. Yeah, well, that's I've got original equipment plus a few components right now. Sooner or later, the bone is going to die enough, or the joint's going to collapse enough that they have to replace stuff with unoriginal equipment, and we've been pushing that off because that stuff has a lifespan to it. Although it's funny because day one in the hospital, a friend of mine made exactly the comment to this. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. Thanks. Yeah, I wish I had. It's like, what is it? The eye and the arm and the speed and the legs. Yeah, give me that. I'll take it. It's a lot better than a lot better than the outcome that I got. That's for sure. You know what we're gonna do? We are gonna take, and we are actually gonna take this area down here too. And other than right at the coast area, we're gonna make it more. Make it sandy with hints of green. Is what it will be. At least until I look at it a little more and play with things. Of course, when it's all said and done, I don't actually have to be satisfied with the outcome on this. Somebody else does. That's another story. Oh, and that's actually the end of that playlist, so line up just a couple more songs and we're gonna have to call this good, because it's weather hates me and the fueling is mutual. Almost there. Gotta come up with a new way of organizing stuff. I just need to be able to plug right into the computer and let my brain do some of the lifting on things. Everybody be organized exactly the way I want it in no time.
I am a question to the world, not an answer to be heard, or a moment that's held in your arms. What do you think you'd ever say? I won't listen anyway. You don't know me, and I'll never be what you want me to be. Think you'd understand I'm a boy, no, I'm a man. You can take me and throw me away. And how can you learn what's never shown? Yeah, you stand here on your own. They don't know me, 'cause I'm not here. And I want a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can the world want me to change? They're the ones that stay the same. They don't know me, 'cause I'm not here. And you see the things they never see. All you wanted, I can be. Now you know me, and I'm not afraid. And I wanna tell you who I am. Can you help me be a man? They can't break me as long as I know who I am. And I want a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can the world want me to change? They're the ones that stay the same. They can't save me, but I'm still here. They can't tell me who to be, 'cause I'm not what they see. Yeah, the world is just sleeping while I keep on dreaming for me. And the words are just whispers and lies that I'll never believe. And I want a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can they say I never change? They're the ones that stay the same. I'm the one now, 'cause I'm still here. I'm the one, 'cause I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Hey, Holmes fan.
Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako litukuzwe. Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako litukuzwe. Tupe leo chakula chetu tunachohitaji, utusamehe makosa yetu, hey, kama nasi tunavyowasamehe wale hutukosea. Usitutie katika majaribu, lakini utuokoe na yule mwovu milele. Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako litukuzwe. Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako litukuzwe. Tusamehe kosa yetu. Ufama wako Judging you to some makosa yetu, hey. Kama si tunavyowasamehe waliokukosea, usitutie katika majaribu, lakini utuokoe na yule muovu milele. Baba yetu yetulie, jina lako litukuzwe. Baba yetu yetulie, jina lako litukuzwe.
Hi, Holland.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world, dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear. And now I'm in a whole new world with you. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my friends.
And we are all connected to each other.
In a circle, in a hoop that never ends. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? Or asked the grinning bobcat why he grins? Can you sing with all the voices of a mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You think about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for?
Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. While we devote in full time to floating under the sea. Ever just the same.
Ever a surprise.
Ever as before. Ever just as sure as the sun will rise.
Certain as the sun,
Certain as the sun.
rising in the east.
Tale as old as time.
Song
Okay, and I am running into a physical wall here. Seriously, it's right over there. There's a wall. Throw in the last song as we start cleaning the brushes. Standard thing. We made some progress, not as much as I was hoping for, but you know, in this case, I am the beggar, and beggars can't be choosers. Give me a little bit of downside recovery time, and hopefully our next art stream, the weather and hip will not be quite so offended and offensive. And if you've been here for a few art streams, you know the drill. We got one last song while we get things going on cleaning the brushes. It's not over to the Laser Cat Purrs. Takes this real quick moment again. Shill some of our friends out there. Swirl Blue, who does do a few different things, a few different games, both old school and on Twitch or on Switch and the like. She can be found both on Twitch and on YouTube. Moonshock, who can be found right now daily on twitch.tv/Nighthaven, NYTEHAVEN. He's currently, schedule permitting, streaming 2 times a day in 7 Days to Die. Of course, there's everybody's favorite, most toxic entity, Frosted Glass. Frost is not really that toxic. He just likes the toxic articles, and he does bring them up on the corner Friday nights at 11:30. And he usually does MST 3K nights on Sunday nights now, I think. Jack Gunsky doing 7 p.m. Eastern on Quippers United for his Jackbox games. Lords of the Night tonight at 9 p.m. on Ranting Monkey's channel. Tonight is Ranting Monkey's last night on the channel, or on that show. He's still running his own streams, Monkey in the Morning, and his game streams. He's got stuff going on with life and health, and it's easier if he's not tied into a set schedule of a specific time every day. Also gives him more time with Lady Monkey, and I bet she appreciates that as well. Although I figure 3 weeks and Lady Monkey will be like, hey, go guest on Lords of the Night. I want to watch this show. Go guest on Lords of the Night. Lost my place, but find people find content creators, pay attention to when they stream and what they do, because especially if they're on YouTube totally sucks at being YouTube and promoting content creators. So we count on our audience, and we count on each other. And with that, like I said, it's one more song, and we'll be closing the show. Do apologize for it being early, but we did make progress. And again, it's not over till the Laser Cat Purrs.
Oh, why
Why
you look
so sad?
so sad? The tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now.
Don't be ashamed to cry. Let me see you through. 'Cause I've seen the dark side too.
When the night falls on you, don't know what to do. Nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
So, if you're mad, get mad. Don't hold it all inside. Come on and talk to me now.
Hey, what you got to hide? I get angry too.
Well, I'm a lot like you. When you're standing at the crossroads and don't know which path to choose, let me come along. 'Cause even if you're wrong,
I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you.
I'll stand by you. Take me in into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you.
And when the night falls on you, baby, you're feeling all alone. You won't be on your own.
I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me in into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Don't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
Hey, Holland